The cost of a trademark registration depends on a number of factors. In which countries you want your trademark registered, in how many countries you want it registered, and whether or not those countries are members of the Madrid Convention, and finally, in how many classes protection will be needed. In this video, I will explain all you need to know about how much it costs to trademark a business name. But I'm also curious, what do you find complicated about trademarks in general? Or what can't you figure out on your own? Share it with us in the comment section below, and we'll be happy to explain it to you right away. Trademark registration is not free, of course, but the costs to trademark a business name don't need to be excessive either. Choosing the right filing strategy is essential to keep the cost of a trademark registration low. You will find that a national trademark registration in one country is the cheapest way to go. You can apply for your trademark to be registered in any country in the world, but it is wise to take into account possible sanctions between countries. For example, if you want to register in countries such as Cuba, North Korea, or Iran. If you only register in one or two classes and in just a few countries, it can also be advantageous to file national trademark applications in those countries. If protection is required in several countries or in many more classes, it can be advantageous to set up an international trademark registration. It's important to check in advance which countries are party to the Madrid Convention and whether these countries are agreement countries or treaty countries. An international registration will incur additional costs, such as IR fees and often office actions from the local authorities as well. The IR fees do, however, ensure that you gain access to the relatively inexpensive system of international registration. More and more countries are joining this, such as Canada, the United Arab Emirates, and Brazil, for example. The base country must be the country in which you are located. If you're located in a country in the EU, you can also use the community trademark as a basis. But if you're based in the United States, you can't do this. Nor can you if you're based in Switzerland, for example. With a national trademark registration in the United States, you will pay costs for a trademark attorney, as well as the fees of the USPTO. In the European Union, the costs will include the engaging of a trademark attorney, as well as the fees of the EU IPO. In this case, however, it is important to note that you will then receive protection in all EU member states, but not for the whole of Europe. Non-EU countries such as the United Kingdom, Norway, and Switzerland are therefore not covered by the trademark registration costs for the EU. In addition to the costs for a trademark registration that you generally pay for 10 years of protection, you also have to take additional costs into account. In the United States, such costs consist of demonstrating use. For example, if you want to renew after 10 years. The costs of renewing your brand differ by country and also whether your brand is internationally registered through the Madrid Convention. Finally, maintaining your brand will also add to your total costs. So you will also have to include the costs of a trademark watch service. In contrast to the payment schedule for registering your business name, the costs of a trademark watch service must be paid annually.